Hey beautiful people, and welcome back to my channel. If you'd like to see more videos, then don't forget to hit that subscribe button or that bell button to receive updates whenever I upload a brand new video. Now in this tutorial I'll be showing you how to make a Cosmo sugar flower. It's a really simple flower to make and doesn't require a lot of effort or a lot of work doing to it, and is really quick to make. I really like this flower, so let's get started. So guys, to make our Cosmo flower, we don't really need much doing to it. It's pretty simple to make. First, we're going to prepare our center, and we need it to look like this, for which all we're going to do is get some strong thread, and all we're going to do is we're going to take one end and we're just going to wrap it around lots and lots of times until we have quite a bit. Keep going around our fingers with the thread. Just like that until we've got lots of it. Once you've got quite a bit, we're just going to snip off the edge and just going to twist it and bring it together just like that. So we've now got a smaller hoop, and then what we're going to do to that is we're going to put the wire through one side and bring it down, bring it across, and then we're going to twist that to tighten that in place. Really tight, and then we're going to do the same to the other end. So you'll end up with two centers like this. Cross and twist. And you can use any wires for this. You can either use a 26 gauge or a 24 gauge, whichever is more comfortable for you to twist and tighten up. So once that's fairly tight, grab it from both ends and just snip the middle of the thread. Now this is a bit tricky if you're going to do it yourself, so it's best to get someone to hold the other side and then cut it, but you want to do it right in the center. Just cut as straight as you can. And if you want to make it perfect and just straighten it up, you can. Just give it a clean finish. Just like so. And then you can do the same for that one too, but we only need the one. And then we're going to get some floral tape, and you can use white for this one, but I've run out of the white one, so I'm going to have to resort to using the green one, which I've already got some here. And all we're going to do is we're going to wrap around the wire and then go halfway up on the thread. So just keep going. And to this, we're gonna get some aubergine color, just petal dust, and I use this on the center here. So I'm just gonna add some more aubergine. And we're just gonna cover all the thread. Even inside, so just coat it all completely. And then just take the excess off. And now we're gonna apply some sugar glue to the tips of the thread, just like so. So just apply some glue. And then we're gonna put it in our pollen mixture, which is just semolina dyed with primrose yellow. And all we're gonna do is just dip it in. Dab off any excess. And that's our center ready. Now time to make the petals. So over here we've got our 2 Cosmo cutters, and I'm going to be using the larger one out of the 2, and I'm going to be making it in a hot pink today because it's suitable for the weather. I think bright colours really stand out in this weather. It's extremely sunny and it's really hot. So all we're going to do is we're going to make around 8 to 9 petals. If you're going to have them all singular, all one row, then I would do 8. And if you're going to have 2 rows of the flower, then I would do 9 petals. And all we're going to do is we're just going to roll over the grooves here and then just cut them out. And again, you want the bottom part of the flower to be thicker than the top bit. So just roll it into a sausage first. And then cut out however many petals you want. Whether you want to do 9 to have 2 rows, or whether you want to do 8 to have 1 row. And we're just gonna press down and roll outwards. Cut this lot out and then repeat the process for your remaining petals. So over here I've just cut out some of my petals. I'm just going to show you how we're going to thin them and vein them. First we're going to get our 26 gauge wire and just dip it in the sugar glue and then insert it into the base of the petal. And then we're just going to pinch the base to secure it on the wire. And then we're going to pop it in our veiners with the groove side facing down. And then press the other veiner on top really firmly. And then we're going to get our ball tool and we're just going to thin the edges of the top section of the petal. And then with our Dresden tool, the thinner side one, we're just going to press it down on one side and then press it down on the other side just to create some ridges. And then with the thicker side of the Dresden tool, we're just going to drag it inwards. And then I'm going to get my petal and just place it onto the circle bit of the tool and just press it in on the side, just so it's going around the circle bit of the tool. And then after that, I'm just going to bend the wire, and over here I've just got some Terry's chocolate orange mold here, which I don't have half an egg, so I've just improvised and used this Terry's chocolate orange mold. It's washed and completely dried it, and all I'm going to do is bend the wire and just pop the petal in there. I don't want to put it in the apple tray because then it gets more cooked and we don't want that to happen. I just want it to have that slight bit of shape, just like so, and then you want to leave that to completely dry. If you've got a half egg mold or tray, that's even better, just use them. But obviously if you don't have one, then this is the next best option that you can use. You can also use the back side of the mold, or you can use the front side, whichever you prefer. So go ahead and then just do the exact same thing with the remaining petals. Okay, so now that the petals have dried, we are now going to assemble the flower. We're first going to start off by wrapping the tape around the center just to secure it in place. And I'm just going to wrap it around just to secure that tightly. Ooh, well, let's try that again, shall we? So just attach our first one right next to where your green tape is, and just tighten that in place. Ready for our next one. Tightly there as well. Then for our third one, and I'm going to put all 8 on just the one row, so they're all together. So just keep going around and attaching all the petals. And then once you've added all your petals, just bring the floral tape all the way down, covering that wire. And then, if you want to just position the petals how you want them to be. There we have it. So guys, this is the completed flower. I absolutely love the colour and how it's turned out. And I actually did 2 flowers. I've made one a little bit wider to make it look a little bit bigger, and I've made another one. It's the same size petals, but it looks slightly smaller because I've closed the flower a little bit more. I've put the petals more closer. So as you can see, one's more wider and one's slightly smaller, and it's the same size petal cutters that I've used. So you can do a variety. You can make them more closed to make them look smaller, or you can make them wider to make them look bigger, and you can even add another row. So if you were to add another row here, you would then add 4 petals first, and then you would add 5 or 6 on the second row. So that would make a fuller flower. And now I'm just going to quickly show you how to steam it to add that glossiness and that really nice shine. So I'm just going to turn on my steamer, which is right over here, and we're just going to wait for that to boil very quickly. It's now nearly done. And when you're steaming, you want to be very, very careful. So you just want it away from your face and hands at all times, and you just want to go over the flower slowly. We don't want to steam it too much, but we just want to add that tiny bit of glossiness. So be very, very careful when steaming flowers, or anything for that matter. And then you'll see how you've got that nice, gorgeous looking shine. And I'm just going to do the same for the other flower as well. So So remember, keep it away from your hands and your face at all times, as it is boiling water. So just be very, very careful when steaming. And if you steam it a little too much, it'll just make the petals loose. Then they'll just get back to normal once they dry and then go hard again. So don't worry if your flower gets a little soggy once being steamed, because that happens, that's normal. And then there we go, I'm just going to show you both of the steamed flowers. See how gorgeous they look. And steaming the flowers or leaves just bring out the colour and makes it more intense. So that's another reason for steaming, because it just makes the colour more darker. But yep, these are our finished flowers. And once steamed, you do not want to touch any part of the flower, because then you'll get fingerprints and they won't go away. So just leave it to dry completely once you've finished steaming. And guys, on that note, the video comes to an end. I hope you've enjoyed watching this Cosmo sugar flower tutorial. Please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you already haven't done so and you like to see my videos. Please also don't forget to hit that bell icon as well. Then you can receive notifications whenever I upload a new video. I'll be seeing you very soon with another new tutorial. Take care, thank you for watching, and happy flower making.